Alright. Hello, welcome back to this Skyrim Ps4 Pro ASMR. Oh, it's very blue. I hope everybody is okay and had a lovely weekend. Nice relaxing Sunday stream. Hope all is well. I don't know what I'll be doing with this because I can't remember what exactly I was doing last time, so which is probably a good thing. So I'm just gonna get prepared here and then we'll get cracking. Explore more land. Good old flag. Can't beat the good old flag of Skyrim. They're quite rare, these flags, actually. There's not many around. Unless you mod it, you know, but if you play the vanilla, there's not many flags. There's like one up a mountain somewhere. Nothing better than relaxing, right? I don't know where we were going, but we'll go up here. Probably be some warriors up here, no doubt. But ooh, we got like this massive change of environment here. We're on the kind of like the fringe of what's green or what's tundra. Ah, yeah, I remember now. These are the these are really difficult. The seducers, that's what we were doing last time. Well, see what, ah, right, okay. Ah, so it's just a small bit of ice. It's not permanent. It's just a little bit. So we could probably cut through. Hey, Janessa. It's a pleasure, Janessa. See, you're wearing the Saints, sorry, the Seducers armor. Very good. They're the Saints. We'll have to come back for them because they're too powerful right now. We cannot take them out, so we'll be putting a pin in that, as they say in where is it? Real Steel. Do you remember that film, Real Steel, with Hugh Jackman? You know what? One of the most underrated best movies. Oh yeah, some glitch trees here. There's always one, right? There's always one because the landscape, right? I think, you know, all this land and everything, it's procedural. So there's like a base, there's like a base reading of the map, but every time it like renders in, there's always going to be one or two trees that are in the air or too far down or not really looking that right, because it's got something to do with the algorithm. Like, that land was probably higher when that person plumped that tree. It was probably a bit higher, the land, you know, here. I bet it were a bit higher, look, because it's just see-through, right? These trees are just see-through, I bet. Yeah, there's nothing in them. They're not 3D, are they? They're just like... they're wafer thin. But I bet that land was a bit higher up, and when it's rendered in this time, it's slightly different. We've not got a pickaxe.
If that is what you wish.
You should have a pickaxe of mine, I think. You do?
Let's go.
I guess you can't cut through over that hill there, so just follow this trail around, I suppose. Seems like we're in some kind of like insect pollen area, some kind. Jeez, it's a fox. Wow, look at the sun. It's like small, but like the glow is so big. It's like a small sun, but it's like big glow in the sky. Summer shine, I suppose. I don't know who that was or what's going on there, but just give that a minute. See. So that's what it looks like. Wow, jeez. Ah, well. Didn't realise how late it was. Trying to think what to do here, how to tackle this situation. She do it? Wow, Janessa. Tell you something. She took them both down. What a champ. Good old lovely view. Where are we looking? Let's have a look. We're looking to the west, so that's a setting sun. Up there with the castle there in the background, that'd be classed as like some kind of like, that could be a painting, that. I swear it could be. Roman soldier. Detail on them walls, they're the mason walls. That is really good, actually. That is so cool looking. Thank you, Tool. It's very sweet. Hey. Hello there. It's Isaac. Pleasure to meet you, Isaac. YouTube gamer. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Isaac. Hope you're doing well. You having a lovely weekend? Oh yeah, doing well, Isaac. I am, thank you. Beautiful day in New Zealand. Oh yeah, New Zealand. Well, I hope the image that I'm showing you right now on the Skyrim is a beautiful reminiscence of what the UK can look like at the end of summer and at the beginning of autumn. This is kind of what it looks like in the round about the near the Pennines, and it's like that as well near the Forest of Dean. So oh yeah, you like it? Glad you do. PlayStation this as well, you know, Isaac. It's not PC, it's not Xbox, not Series X, not PS5. It's PS4 Pro this. This is see, one thing that PlayStation's really good at is light and colour. Like, Xbox is alright at frames, but when it comes down to colour, and when it comes down to like you know, detail, the warmth to the image, castle in the distance. Like a real desirable location, right? Like it's like if you watch that through YouTube, right, it'll look absolutely phenomenal. Got it on full 1080 there. How is New Zealand, Isaac? Is it alright over there? I know it's the United Kingdom part too. New Zealand is actually our retreat. You know, New Zealand, you know. If it was like, say like, I don't know, there was like a national emergency or something, and everyone had to be evacuated from the island, right? In the UK, it'd be New Zealand, they'd put us. Imagine that happening. Imagine how weird that would be. Imagine like, well, it'd be there in Australia. I see a lot of people. Same with New Zealand. If there's a national emergency in New Zealand, this would be your retreat here. It'd be a lot colder, like, but at least it's somewhere, right? Yeah, it's sunny and hot here at the moment. Well, rub it in. Rub it in. Ooh, flickery, flickery. Ooh. The sun is flickering behind a cliff. Ooshka. Wow, look at this insectopia around here, the pollen, like, it's probably because it's like the end of summer, they're all like... Oh, Heartfire, isn't that... No, that's autumn, that's why then. That's autumn. So look at that, we could actually go up there to Riften. But we're not going to Riften. We are not. Oh, look at the view. Should we check out the view? Check it out. Oh, it's flat, look. Oh, wow. Look at those planes. That sky. Just keep moving. Yeah, all the insects are all gathering together for the last moments. I suppose winter's next, right? I think it's called Frostfall, so I guess the insects are worried about that. And they would be, to be honest. Like, autumn is a month and a half in this. Like, summer is 2 months. Spring is like 3, if that. Right, and then winter's like 6 months. To be honest with you, I think summer's 3 months and spring is 2. I think it's the other way around. So it's like winter is 6 months. Half the weather in this system of the year is winter. So you've got frostfall, and you've got all the way, because frostfall's October, so then you've got November and December. I think it's called like Morning Star or something, or I think Morning Star's like November, and then you've got December, which is I think the last star or dawn star or some evening something, I think. And then so the last 15 days in December and the first 15 days in January in this game is just dark. Literally just dark. The only thing that's nice about it is the lights, the aurora. Oh, one singular soldier. You know, if I was playing on my Xbox, about 50 of those soldiers would be running down this road. 50 of them. With a captain and commander, with a banner, and 2 of them on horses. Wielding swords. That's how... But it's like, not as much graphics. Like, the graphics aren't as good, right? But the game itself is like, more agency. But that doesn't mean that it's better overall. You can still enjoy really lovely graphics with less agency. Because at the end of the day, you use a bow and arrow, you use a sword, shield or a spell. There's no other way to complete the game. It's not as if you can complete the game without taking that sword out. Or without getting out that bow and arrow, without using a spell. Like, the game's designed to use those things. What Xbox did is that Windows, it was able to create more like realistic itemized behaviours. On the fly, so you could have like, I don't know, like you could set something on Xbox where like now, like if you look at this here, you not be able to interact with it, right? It's not supposed to be interactive, but on Xbox you can make this into something. Like, you can click on it and it'll say gather ferns or something, or gather vines, or do you know what I mean? Like you can make the game more practical on Windows. PC is now on another level. Like, PC now with this game is, people have had enough that Bethesda and Microsoft have not made any more Skyrim type games because basically they can't do it. You know what I mean? Like, it's a shame, really. You know what I mean? It's like, why haven't you made like an Elder Scrolls game in like over 15 years? Because we can't. We don't know how. And when that happens and you can't say that, you know what you get? Silence.
Shadowy corners to strike from. I could learn to like this place.
Silence, that's what you get. You get silence. And people are all like, oh, Grand Theft Auto 6. When, it's been over 10 years. Well, you know why it has been over 10 years? Like I like to say the things that no one likes to hear. Especially when it comes down to games, because it's like a board game, right? The reason is that the game hasn't come out yet, or we've not had any inkling, is because they haven't done it. It doesn't work. It's still broken. Like they're playing something, and like, I don't know, the wheels might not turn, or so. If you're playing something and the wheels don't turn, or if someone's holding a gun back to front in the game, in a clip, in a certain element, because Rockstar, they go through every frame, don't they? So if you're going through that entire universe frame by frame, it's because they can't do it yet. They can't do it, right? That's why. Like. It's like someone saying, oh, why hasn't there been a cure for, like, Arthur Morgan's tuberculosis? Like, why isn't there a cure for Arthur Morgan's tuberculosis in Red Dead? Why is there no cure for it? Because they hadn't done it. Right? They hadn't done it. They didn't know how, did they? Like, they didn't know how to do it. So it's like, right, what's wrong with him? Oh, he's got a cough. Right. That's bad. Because once you got a cough back then, you're literally on your way out, unless it was the common cold. But that wasn't around in America back then. Right. Wasn't that type of cold. Rarely people got ill. That's why there was large breakouts back then. Isolations. There's a lot of isolated towns back then with smallpox, and hence why they put that in the game. They put like a town, is it Armadillo or something? It's got the pox. Well, the reason why everyone's got the pox, and the reason why Arthur Morgan caught that disease, and the reason why he passed away, and the reason why no one could do anything about it, and the reason why there was no updates about it, and the reason why there was no meetings, and there was no trailer showing the cure, a tonic or something, because they hadn't done it. They hadn't found out how to do it, and that's why Grand Theft Auto 6 and Skyrim 2 or Elder Scrolls 6 hasn't come out, is because they don't know how to make it. That's why it's not out. What did he say? Warhorse Studios with Kingdom Come Deliverance, the first one. Right, what was the major weapon that everyone was looking forward to in that game? It was called a flail. The flail. You know, the sound effects of the flail hitting his shield and armour, it was unreal, right? Like, it had little hooks in it and stuff, and it like whipped people, and it was just such a brutal weapon. Right, and they had a flail, but he said they removed it in the end. They removed the flail, and they were like, why did you remove the flail? like everyone couldn't wait to play with this flail. And he said, I literally didn't know how to make it. I knew how to build it, but I didn't know how to make it, how to finish it. I didn't know how to do it. It would have took me about 10, 15 years, he said, because of every strand or every line of code that represents like a worm or a strand of that weapon, like worms or whatever that they'll make to create the flails. And he said, he was honest, I didn't know how to do it. I knew how to start it, I just didn't know how to finish it. That is what's happening with these games these days. Because there's an artificial intelligence filter that they're making. They're making an artificial intelligence filter. Like, it's out now, but everyone's making their own version, aren't they? That's why there's no games come out. So literally, you'll be able to just apply a filter over to make it lifelike. And that will be the fix. Look how beautiful this looks. So yeah, that's my take on why these amazing games that we had back then, like Grand Theft Auto and Skyrim, the reason why we've not had any more of these is because they don't know how to make them. And The Division, the first one, they've not been able to remake that again. Like, they did the second one, which was like not as good. Like, it was like weird. I don't know. It just wasn't the same. So why haven't we had games like The Division 3, Wildlands 3, Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter, Skyrim, like a spin-off of Skyrim, like Skyrim New Tales or something? You know, why have we had nothing like that? Why have we had games like Spider-Man, right? Why are we getting amazing games like Spider-Man 6 years ago? Because you know, when they remade Spider-Man again, the second one on PS5 and stuff, it wasn't the same game, was it? It was like it wasn't just the same game, it was identical to the first one, only that they put on a different shiny template. That's the word I'll use, a template, or a perm plate, however you want to call it. We'll go to Kershwaxton. Kurt, I think it's supposed to be said in Irish, like Kurthwarstein. We're going to Kurthwarstein. That's where we're going. So we are going to Kurthwarstein. Wonder how it's said in German. Kurthwarstein. Ha! Kurthwarstein, yeah. Yeah. Eisenbein. I wonder how they say in America. Kurthwarstein? Oh, not these weirdos. You know, I met these weirdos in the Arctic tundra, in the deep Arctic tundra. These three were having a beer. Like, it must have been minus 30 degrees Celsius, and these three were having a beer in there, like weird encounter seeding. try and avoid those lot. But yeah, that's why those games haven't come out, because they can't finish it. You can't finish it, and when you can't finish something, you don't talk about it. You know, I've spent like time doing drawings, me. Like, I remember I did like a drawing of the family pet back when my mum was alive and the dog, and I was doing a drawing of the family pet, and my mum was like looking forward to me completing this drawing of the dog, right? And I remember when I started drawing the dog and all this, I remember like a month had gone by, and my mum's like, you know, what's this picture of the dog? You know, is it finished yet? And I was like, no. She's like, well, when's it going to be done then? I was like, I don't know. When I've got time, when I'm doing it. Like, I couldn't actually give a time when I was going to complete this drawing. So, like, it's only until another month went by, and my mum's like, you know, I've been waiting nearly 2 months now for this family drawing of this dog. And she's like, where is it? And I was like, well, it's not complete yet. I must have been halfway through it. Anyway, it took me 3 months to complete this drawing. And over that 3 months, I must have spent about 50 hours drawing this dog. Right, it literally took me 50 hours to draw the dog in total, in 3 months. Like an hour here, an hour there. This pencil drawing. And after 3 months there, I remember saying, he gave me mum an update a week before I'd completed it, and I said, oh yeah, that drawing, I've literally got the finishing touches now, like, shouldn't take too long. And she was like, really? It's not, oh, so when it'll be done by? I said, literally by next week. I could give a date then. You know what I'm saying? But before then, I couldn't complete the drawing. I hadn't created it. It didn't exist. It was just half of the dog. The other half had to be in existence. And I had to place every grade of whatever graphite pencil I had, applied that and poised on the paper, on the canvas, to the best of my ability. Like how beautiful that looks. To the best of my ability. And it took me 3 months to apply every atom of that drawing to get it scale perfect. The paws, the head, the nose, the ears, the back legs, everything. The body, the structure of the dog, the everything. And if they wanted a background, oh god, that'd have been another 3 months. It took 6 months to draw that. I swear. That's how long it takes for me to do, like, major drawings. Not a week, not an hour. It takes me half a year to do a drawing, me. I swear. That's how long it will take, because if you want the best, that's how long it's going to take. And that's what it is with Grand Theft Auto 6 and a new Elder Scrolls. Is if you want the best, you're just going to have to wait. But at least you guys know that I'm doing drawings. We don't know what they're doing. We've had no insight, have we? We've had no feedback as to what progress they're up to. Me personally, I think it'll be a masterpiece, and I think it'll be the last game they'll ever make. I think after Grand Theft Auto 6, every game that Rockstar make will be a remaster or a remake of every other game. If we're lucky, we might get Red Dead Redemption 3, but I don't think you can do the story. I don't think you can, because you have to match everything up. It'll take too long. It would take too long. So I don't think they'll be making Red Dead Redemption 3. I don't think it'll come out. I don't think it will. And if it does, I'll be very surprised. Because I think that'll be the last game, and I think GTA 5 and GTA 6 will be the two planets orbiting the Rockstar sun. You know, like... And then I can see Red Dead Redemption 2 in the outer rim of the solar system. Like that. And then after that, after they've remade and remastered most of the games, which is what I think they'll do, I think they'll just remaster everything and what I think they'll do, you know, for PC players, I think what Rockstar will do for PC gamers is make them download an Xbox Game Pass in order to play it on PC. So I don't actually think they'll bring out an actual like PC version. Like, I don't think that will come out. I think that will... I think if it does ever come out, it'll take another 4 years. Rockstar have learned that releasing it on PC is just stupid to optimise their systems. Like, if they release it for PC, they know that they're just going to create problems for themselves. That's why they always hire third parties to deal with PC. They never deal with it themselves, only with major issues. Because I think like the console sales have dropped. And that will kind of like convince PC gamers to buy a console. And normally a PC gamer anyway will always have a PlayStation console as a backup. A PC gamer will always, like, when he or she buys the rig and they got like the best rig set up for them, they'll always buy the latest PlayStation console, whether it's a 5 or a 4 Pro or a 5 Pro, whatever it is, and they'll put that in the cupboard and they'll leave it there, and they'll buy it specifically for Grand Theft Auto and a backup system. And then what they do is, this is what happens, right? They start liking it, you know, the console gaming, and they feel guilty. They feel guilty and they feel unfaithful to the PC because they're playing on a console. You know what? They actually enjoy the console more, and they prefer it because there's less problems and there's more fun, and that's what games are about. less problems, and more fun. But these games now, they're not becoming fun either. They're becoming a world. They're becoming an existence. They're becoming another place for other people to just doss, really. It's not even like a game anymore. People aren't like... It's not like when you went into a shop and bought Super Mario Brothers 2 or Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Buying a game for those reasons and buying a game now for these reasons are completely different spectrums. People are no way going to buy Grand Theft Auto 6 because they want to play a game. That is not the reason why they want to have Grand Theft Auto 6. They want Grand Theft Auto 6 because they want to experience a new living, a new type of living and a new type of existence in another game world that isn't what they've got right now. So it looks like to me that it's everybody's dream that they can have an existence in Florida, right? That's what it looks like to me, because Florida is where all the retirees go, right? Florida. I mean, what a beautiful place. And it looks as though that neon light reality, that neon light reality, because I remember back in the old Vice City, because I was there for the midnight release for that. No one was there, by the way. Like, I went and collected Grand Theft Auto Vice City. It was around about 2004, I think. It was either 2004 or maybe a year before that. But nobody cared back then that Grand Theft Auto came out. And then when I bought Vice City, I remember the billboards being in the game shop. And I went there for the midnight release and no one was hardly there. I bet if you go now for Vice City for a midnight release, I bet the queues are miles long. I mean, to buy Grand Theft Auto 5, it took me an hour and 40 minutes to get through the queue. But yeah, I was there. And what they were advertising back then for Vice City was the neon lights. And the fact that you can get in other vehicles, because the GTA before that one, you could only get in cars. Well, on this one, you could go on a motorbike, a scooter, a speedboat, a water plane, and you could go on, what was the other one? I don't think a bicycle was out then. That was a special unique vehicle for San Andreas, that. The original one was CJ, because they all arrived with BMXs. So Vice City back then was advertised purely for its vehicle access and its neon lights and its sunny vibe. If I remember rightly, it promoted how open the world was and how fresh and how natural the world is and how you could feel the wind through your hair and clothes. That is what they said. And I remember when I played the original Vice City, the wind did go through your clothes and hair, which was a unique thing, and that was way back on PS2 though. I've noticed online as well, a lot of people have like I'm not going to list any YouTubers by all means, but they've been like putting videos up about the moon on the posters. You know, as a way to guess when it's going to come out. Like, how weird is that, like, people using the moon on the posters? The date of the eclipse of that moon is the date when the game comes out. Like, how ridiculous is that? Like, it's just artwork. Someone's done that by artwork. Even the person who did the drawing or the artwork doesn't even know when the game's coming out themselves. Like even they don't know when it's coming out. Like the person who designed that image for an advertisement in terms of like a teaser or a you know, like even they didn't know. Even they don't know. Even the CEO doesn't know when it's coming out. Even he doesn't know. Even that guy, the boss of the company, the big boss of Rockstar, even that guy doesn't even know probably when the game's coming out. And that guy controls the entire organisation of it. So never mind who knows, but I think what will happen, like my prediction, I don't think there'll be that many people on screen at once. I don't think there'll be that much going on. I believe that trailer we got is animated. I think that entire trailer, same with the GTA 5 trailer, was completely animated, right? So GTA 5 trailer, look at it, watch it, right? It's actually the intro to the game. So the trailer they give you is the intro to the game. So I don't think they can make that game the way they've advertised it. I don't think they can fit that many people on screen at once. Hey Savannah, I've been playing Skyrim recently. Good. It's night time at the minute, I don't know if you can tell. But hope you're doing well. Feeling better. Eight till 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5:40. Let's wait till 5:40. Cannot create more save data for this application. No problem. That was weird. Alright. So the sun should be rising over there, maybe? Have a look. Got some dogs on my case. Oh, just a bit to the left. I'm okay still. Got a cold and sore throat though. Oof. I'm just getting over mine today, like I can I didn't even know I had one. It's only today I can start to smell again. I was like, hang on a minute. Oh yeah. I can smell my hands. I can smell like I don't know, like life. Like I've been thinking, what I've been smelling this past week. I was like, if I just, because I've been off work, if I just not been like, you know, not realising that I've not been able to smell proper. But it turns out like even I had a little bit of a cold. Even I did, love. But I'm doing alright, thank you. Back to work tomorrow though, back to the grindstone. I'll be up early tomorrow though, back in there. I hope they've missed me after 14 days. I bet they are miserable without me. Hi Lucas. What's that, Lucas? Who is Savannah? Oh, right. I was wondering though what you was meant. I was like, what's he mean by oh, my sense of smell. I meant my sense of smell. Northern terminology, son. Yeah, I had a little bit of a cold. I didn't realise I lost my sense of smell. But I know what you're saying, like, take a shower, you don't know if I would have been able to yeah. I understand now. Oh, it's sliding down the hill. There it goes. There it goes. But yeah, Lucas, my sense of smell. Hey, Isaac. The lovely Isaac from New Zealand. Everyone say hello to the lovely Isaac in New Zealand. It's only a small community, Isaac. It's not like 1,000 people will say hello, man. Let's have a look where I am here. Really, I should go this way there, really, to Rorikstead. Oh, but it's like mountains. Oh yeah, Rorikstead is that way, but it's mountains. Great. It'll be morning soon, and one of the sun will come up, I promise. Thanks, Savannah. Yes. Thank you all for saying hello though on a Sunday. So I've always loved Sundays, me. But everyone enjoy the, which looks like a maroon. Right, maroon. Like a maroon sky. A dark maroon. Hey Savannah, I saw the Northern Lights in this game, which is the closest I'm gonna get to see them for real, I guess. Yeah, it is beautiful, you're right. What's she doing? She's incredible, Janessa, look at that. She slaughtered him. Well done, Janessa. What did you do to him? Let's have a look. Oh, he fought to Hargrave him. It's an Argonian. It's not even a bandit. It's not even a. It's not even a bandit. It's not even a mercenary. It's not even a marauder. It's just an Argonian. Like, this is just some random Argonian who's just gone wild in the head. Apparently, though, Argonians are known to, you know, lose it, like. Yes, but I have changed the Aurora lights on this Savannah. I think you'll enjoy them. I should have shown you them, but I can always show you again in a few moments. Won't take long. But I too love the Northern Lights. Wait for the sun to come up. Wow. That's what was I saying about that thing before? That's it. The GTA 6, right? I believe the trailer was like animated. Like, it doesn't feel like, it looks like the cutscenes, right? So I was looking at the trailer and everything seemed to be like in a high proton like camera, right? So you could tell that like the angles they were using was film noir, right? So the only time we got a glimpse of what was kind of like gameplay was when she turned around. You know, she turned around, she turns around, the woman, right, and she kind of like, the woman you play, the character you're gonna be, Lucia is her name. I think it's Lucia. Right? She is a model, she's like a glamour model in that game, right? So, like, there's a scene in it when she turns around and flicks her hair. That was the only scene everyone complained about, and that is the only scene to me that looks like it was a game scene. Like, every other image that I saw apart from that one was like a film. It looked like Cyberpunk. You know, like Cyberpunk was a film. Do you remember they did all the dancing and that? Do you remember they did the trailer of Cyberpunk and the, like, V was dancing with Jackie in the club, and everyone was going wild, and like you were shaking hands and meeting people in alleys and that, and well, they were all cutscenes. They're all like animated built-in cutscenes that it's monorailed. You know what I mean? Like, it's monorailed. So it looks as though to me like Cyberpunk 2077 and Grand Theft Auto 6 have like this similarity of trailer energy. I think that the content we've seen in the trailer of GTA 6, the organic content, the people, the cars, the beach, the dogs, I think it was all like programmed, animated, so every single asset there had been implemented from, because that's why the scenes are so quick, right? So look at it right for a minute, listen to Ghost from it. I know it's kind of far out there, but look at that trailer, and every scene that you see is super quick. Now, if you look at Cyberpunk's trailer, every scene in that you saw was super quick. Even when they released gameplay, even that wasn't real gameplay. They even said it wasn't real gameplay. They even admitted it in the end, right? So, and we never got a sniff or a scratch of Cyberpunk, did we? I mean, I love Cyberpunk. It's one of my favourite games, Cyberpunk. Even though it didn't work, it's still one of my favourite games. It is. Just because what happened doesn't mean I don't like it, and just because it's similar to GTA 6 doesn't mean that GTA 6 is going to be terrible. But I just don't think that they'll have that many people lingering around in the streets. I just don't think there'll be that many people walking around the street, going to work. I don't think there's that much information through all those intelligences that can happen all at the same time. I mean, that planet Earth struggles with it. Never mind Rockstar's planets. Like, I mean, it does make sense though, right? Like, all the scenes are dead quick. Everything that is rather longer than normal is from very far away, right? I mean, notice that. So whenever they show something really far away, they just show the city, but it's like really far away, right? And everything's all kind of out of sync or out of focus a bit. You don't actually get any up close, in-depth, hands-on grips with your eyes about what it's like to walk around with those two people. Like, I think like she will look incredible. I think like the main character will look absolutely incredible. I think the even the boyfriend dude or the partner in crime, whoever she's got, I think that she has had more work on her character than he has, from what I can tell, and for good reason as well, because I mean she is the main character. She is gonna be glamorous. She is gonna be like doing work for that in-world Hollywood, the Pinewood Studios or whatever in Florida. She is going to be working with that glamour and the modelling and photo shoots and. But I still think it's just going to be a basic Grand Theft Auto game. I still think at the end of the day, despite all the people all around everywhere and whoever you're going to be, whoever anything looks like, or how many buildings you can go in, I still think it's just going to be a basic Grand Theft Auto game. You use the analog sticks to walk around and the shoulder buttons to bring up your weapon wheel and triangle to get in a car. I still think it'll be the same thing that we have been doing as a Grand Theft Auto game for the past 20 years, but it'll just look really nice. I think the dancing will be nice as well, because they've already put that in GTA 5, so I think like all the dancing elements are going to be phenomenal. I think her dance motions are going to be super cool, and she's going to look like a movie star with some of the dance moves they're going to pull off, and some of the outfits she's going to be able to wear, and the cars you'll be able to buy, and the houses you'll be able to invest in, businesses, online usage in the game, like its own online service, you know, within the story, which is really cool. Oh, who's this?
What's a milk drinker like you doing out here? Go home to your mother.
If I had one, I will. And I would do, believe me, I certainly would. Whoa, look at that view. Isn't that nice? Hey, Savannah. I didn't know you were still watching, love. I danced at the Blackpool Ballroom last year. It was amazing. Oh, yeah, dancing. What, like, dancing on stage? Is that what you mean? Or just like dancing with a partner, like going to a ball? What he's saying for GTA as well, yeah, I think it will be phenomenal, but I don't think it'll have that many people we see on screen at once. I don't think they'll be able to do that yet. Oh yeah, on the dance floor, waltz and the quick step. Yeah, I used to dance lessons. Me, I used to have this serious girlfriend when I was, I think, well, obviously I've not done it for years, but when I got my first girlfriend, like serious girlfriend, she liked going out dancing. Like, 'cause she couldn't dance. And that was rare, that, for a girl, because only all girls can dance, because girls do dance very early on, but she just didn't. It's the only girl I ever known who didn't know how to dance. But she went and did dance lessons, and then I did it with her, and like, I remember she got jealous because I had to dance. Like, one day they switched it up, right? The dance studio, right? They went, like, she didn't want to go back after this. This is what I remember, right? So they came in one day and they said, right, we're switching partners, right? And I mean, I don't really mind me, like girls can do what they want at the end of the day. Like, if she wants to dance wherever she wants, even if I'm there or I'm not, that's their business. But like, it would be lovely, considerate if they just thought of like their current love, you know what I mean, at the time. But anyway, whatever anyone wants. But I remember the dance teacher said we're switching dance partners, and I remember the woman I ended up dancing with was in her late 30s, and she was quite nice looking. And I think like my girlfriend at the time like danced with some guy in his like late 40s or something, and I think she just felt uncomfortable. I don't know. And she felt uncomfortable me dancing with another woman, so she felt uncomfortable dancing with a dude that isn't me, and then she also felt uncomfortable with me dancing with another woman. But I remember saying on the way home, I was like, but that's dance. That's why they call it dance, because dance is just another word for trust. So trust and dance are both the same thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, dance is there to support you to get through your trust issues. You know, that's why we're learning how to dance, right? I mean, that's the point, right? So you don't get jealous, right? You're comfortable with me dancing with another woman. You're comfortable with me, you know, of the woman using me as a lead, moving her around, helping her form. It's an art form. It's not a deed. It's an art form. But I may as well have been talking to like a brick wall. I would love to dance, but my boyfriend doesn't dance, unfortunately. Not yet. Dance is sensual and special. Yes, it is. It can make people think and feel things more than they would usually. Yeah. Like this painting on the screen, for example. Look at that lovely warm maroon, crimson, delightful colour. That's why I play Skyrim, you know, for these moments. But yes, dance is sensual. But like, she probably felt uncomfortable. Like, but it's funny, like, it was her idea to do all of it as well. Like, it's so weird. Only lasted a few weeks, unfortunately. I just think she just wanted to go out. I think she was just bored, really. I was tired going to cinema though, and going out for dinner, and it was nice going dance. And it was nice dancing with another woman, to be honest with you. Not in that sense, but it was nice to dance and be with another person in a safe environment where she is comfortable and so am I, and with her for the same reasons to learn how to dance. It actually felt nice to be able to speak to someone else, to be honest with you, but maybe that's what she didn't like at the time. But I'm not with that girl anymore anyway, and for good reason as well. For jolly good reason as well. Lovely looking girl though. Proved to me though that looks aren't everything, I tell you, because she was absolutely stunning. Absolutely beautiful, and for a woman like that who couldn't dance was beyond me. I was like, all you gotta do is just move the booty. You just gotta move your booty, that's all you gotta do. I was like, you got a booty, look at that. Look what God gave you. Like, girls would kill for that booty. You know, you gotta wiggle that thing. You can't just be cardboarded. You gotta, you know. But yeah, absolutely stunning girl. Like, if I remember rightly, it was like that. You know, like when girls were dyeing their hair blonde and they had the highlights, they were all going in like the range at the time. It was like, She had like blonde highlights, like blue eyes, like 5'3", like really long legs, like for 5'3", like she looked taller than 5'3", but wasn't like loud though. Savannah, very loud she was, very loud. That but lovely view there. I think the best classes I ever went to were juggling. When I learned how to juggle, felt real proud of myself when I learned how to juggle. Me, I was only a child, like, and I said to my mum and dad at the time, I said, I was like, I don't ask for anything, me. I was only young, like, I was like, I don't ask for anything. I said, the one thing I've seen on that wall says there's juggling lessons. I want to learn how to juggle. I want to throw them balls, or I want to learn how to juggle. It's a skill. I want to learn how to do it. And eventually they gave in, they let me do it. And you know what? I learned, and you know what? I can still juggle to this day because of that glass. I can. Did it in work the other week? Juggling in work there. Couldn't believe it. Good old juggling. Oh man, it's so relaxing looking at that. Just not looking forward to this back to work tomorrow. But to be honest with you though, you can feel the gravity, can't you, when you're not doing anything at home? Like when you're off work there, like at least, like when you're out and about and you're doing something, like when you're not doing anything, you're just like relaxing. Like it does, actually gravity does like tend to get to you, doesn't it? Like when you're not doing much, like you do want to do more, be more, but you don't want to do more and be more at the same time. Like you do, like you do want to stay at home and get paid for it, but you don't want to do that. You still want to go out and do stuff, but it's just like, yeah. Oh, you can't win. No, I'll be up at like 5:30 tomorrow morning. Whoa, like R5 in the morning, maybe 6 o'clock. Like that is super early. But I didn't know you could dance, Savannah. It's very classy. And have you seen has your boyfriend come over from, is it Finland? Was it Finland, was it? Was it Finland or Switzerland? I'm trying to think where it was. Oh, I'm sure you said it was Switzerland. Who knows, right? We're facing east, so the sun is just rising. Beautiful. Oh, has everybody left? Oh well. I can always enjoy my own streams. I've always loved my own company anyway. I've always appreciated my own company, and I've always Janessa, you're always tired. Where are you? You're always tired. Why are you always yawning? You're always tired. Go to sleep. I'm looking at the view, Janessa. She likes to keep moving her though. But yeah, I've always enjoyed my own company and always appreciated it. Beautiful, right? Look at that. No, it's why I designed the whole tapestry of this game, modded it the way I wanted it to get these type of moments. This is why I do these things. It takes a while, and I know it's not everyone's cup of tea. I know it's not everyone wants to watch stuff like this, but I tell you something. You've really got to appreciate colour for what it is. Weird. Very strange. Enjoy the scenery though. I'll put the motion on if anyone's watching. Enjoy the wind. Enjoy the rain and the snow. At the moment you're experiencing late autumn. It's called Heartfire. And it only happens for the last 7 days in Hearthfire, or Hearthfire, however you want to call it. It's a nice addition to the game, so enjoy it. And who says you need a PC to enjoy colour, when all you need is just the right setup? Can't beat relaxation. And there are places in the world that have beautiful sunsets and sunrises. I do like the evening though, so sunsets are my preference. Just like the evening. That's when normally in my family, when everyone would get together, like all the family would come round and all that stuff. So but you'll be able to notice God rays and all that coming through. It'll be pretty nice. Hopefully get the right cloud for it, but couldn't find like a really thick forest to use. Just didn't exist on PlayStation. Get a nice full-on breakfast tomorrow, eh? Nice beautiful breakfast. Oh, the family of Khajiits. Look how beautiful that water looks. Wow. sun. It's got like a beautiful green, yellowy hue to it. It's a little bit of blue in there. I'm sure the Nern's sun is green anyway, so... Our sun's green anyway. Our sun, people don't know that. Our sun's green. It certainly is. Probably because of the gamma. Right, the gamma. The gamma. Hey man, I used to be an adventurer like you, but then I took an arrow to the knee. Keep your nose clean here, Dragonborn. I'll throw you in the dungeon. Hey Savannah, I'm off to bed. Have a good day at work. Night night, Ghost. Thank you very much, Savannah. Night night, Savannah. Nice man, nice. I like it. Enjoy the sun. Got it pulsing out a nice gamma, so... Oh yeah, real Norwegian phrase. Oh yeah. Where you from? Man's from Norway. From Norway. You sit on Google Maps there of Norway. Gotta see some of the streets there, some of the towns there, like. I found a town in Norway, somewhere near the ice coast. Like, there are places, towns and then little ice coast. You gotta see, it's like 2 shacks. Like, you can see like someone fishing. I'm telling you, I went in like this. I'm sure I've seen someone feeding seals, or someone that like. There was a group of seals or something. Get some real cool shots on them Norwegian ice things on Google Earth. It's pretty cool. You look tired, adventurer. Should make your way onto the winking skiver. Get yourself a belly full of mead. What are you doing carrying all that junk, adventurer? Why don't you go down to the bits and pieces? Sell it off. Get some gold. Get yourself a new blade. Lighten the load. Gotta love Skyrim. These kind of things, like, it's like, no one would have been able to do that. Nobody would have been able to do that. No one would have been able to come up with it. Nobody. No one in the entire world has made a game like this. Nobody. It's been nearly 20 years and no one's made a game like it. No one can. No one knows how to. They don't know how. It's like, hey John, why don't we make a game like Skyrim? Can't do that. Why? Don't know how. It's like, I can make racing games, man, and I can I can make fighting games, but Skyrim games, no way. Like, yeah, no one can do it. No one knows how to do it. Hey, Caden, I've for an absolute hike tomorrow morning. Not a hike, literally. Oh yeah, you gotta walk somewhere. No car. Oh well, when you've no car, you've no car. You're gonna be alright though. Oh yeah, don't know about there being rain. There's always rain in Aberdeen. Or in England, or in Scotland, no matter where you are, there's always rain in this country. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, light rain. Me too, man. Me too. I had to walk it through that hurricane. Going to work. Then everyone said to me, don't worry about it, Ghost. You stay safe at home. We don't want you, you know, getting into thing with the... No. Not one iota. Alright, last bit of sun and then we'll continue our adventure. I don't know if I bring it down a little bit, you can see the... I think I've got to go up for that. Oh no, it stopped. freezing cold wind that gets me though. It's when the freezing cold wind joins the rain. That's the challenge. Imagine like seeing this like for real. Like you'd be walking down here, you'd be like, it's a nice tree. Like, is that a hill? Is it a path going up there? Right, when you'd be like, oh, is there a path going up there? Where's this path go to? It looks a bit loose. Looks a bit bare. Looks like it was a path. Ah, street sign. Well, I wanted to go to Carthweistain, but I didn't end up going to Carthweistain. I went past. I think we went past it. Oh no, we didn't. So we are on the right track then. I really tried to fix the rain on this. I think I've got an idea of how. But I think the person who created whatever system I'm using for it, I don't think they did much with the rain. Look at the water. Oh dear. Even the chicken's running. Even the chicken's running. Let's get out the axe. Oh my, straight up to this guy.
Will reclaim what is rightfully ours.
Are these the Forsworn? Ah! Oh my. That take a lot of energy? Oh, it did. They did take a lot of energy off me, my goodness. Any minor... Excuse me. I guess not. Oh dear.
Takes care of that.
Slaughtered. It's alright. It's not like I'm saving it every moment anyway, it's just a theatre, this file. Do you like Mr. Bean? Rowan Atkinson? The actor's brilliant. Mr. Bean, it's alright. I think he's a long-lasting character, isn't he? Been around for a while now. Yeah, the actor's cool. I wouldn't say I watched the show, though. Or watch the films, Caden, no. But he is a funny guy, though. Very funny guy. Oh, it's icy cold. Let's get out of this freezing cold climate. Let's go where the grass is green, and the waters are blue, and the air is clean, and birds roam, and insects live, animals live, the owls in the trees, and the birds in the sky. Why do you like Mr. Bean, man? Is that what you're into? Rowan Atkinson. Funny faces. Ooh, slide. Oh yeah, you prefer the actor? Me too. He was going to be a James Bond, him, you know. They were going to, like, back in 1988, 89, he did an advert for American Express, I think. It was a credit card company. It still is around. And American Express Gold Card. You could even Google it, like Rowan Atkinson advert 1980s Secret Agents American Express, and watch the advert, and he was going to be a James Bond, right? But I think Timothy Dalton got it right. So it was either Timothy Dalton, him, or Pierce Brosnan. And they went with Timothy Dalton, and they went with Pierce Brosnan. Yeah, well, he was supposed to be James Bond, Caden. He was. he was doing a lot of roles at the time in the late 80s, early 90s, where he was wearing a suit, being a secret agent, and then somehow he took a step out of that and went for more relaxed, amusing comedy roles. That's what he did back then. My dad used to watch him in Blackadder. Years ago. But yeah, they went with Pierce Brosnan instead. Instead of yeah, you like Blackadder? Me dad loved it. He loved that, Dad's Army. Oh yeah, Hugh Laurie. Yeah. Old school. Old school. He was the reason why my dad watched it, I think. Loved it, my dad. He used to get me into all the old stuff as well, like Taxi and Cheers, Magnum, Knight Rider. Got me into all that stuff. And then he's in House and he's a completely different actor. Yeah, well, the thing is, Caden, with them shows back then, the reason why shows like Bottom, The Young Ones, Blackadder, Only Fools and Horses was so good, the reason why they were is because the performers, like, they writ their own script. They wrote it themselves. In fact, they wrote for other people. So, like, for example, like Blackadder and Mr. Bean. If you like that character, Rowan Atkinson, that's because he writes his own scripts. And when you get programs where the main stars write their own comedy, that's when you get success. That's when shows are successful. You know, all the English classic comedy were all written by the stars themselves. So to find someone who can not only act and write at the same time, because that's why you went to acting school to be an actor, is because you were already a writer. After you did your degree in writing, you then went to become an actor. That's what you did back then in the 1960s and the 1970s. Now you just gotta look really nice, got a real nice smile, don't need zero skill. You just gotta look good and say a few lines and you got yourself a job. Do you know what I mean? In that world, because you just gotta look good, you know. Johnny Depp did it with Pirates of the Caribbean, and you love it when actors create their own characters. Well, that's what I'm saying, that's what I'm talking about. So with Rick Mayer in Bottom and his co-star, the two people that they both written scripts for each other, so they both wrote for each other's character. They never wrote for their own character. Like Rodney and Del Boy, you know, David Jason, They all created their own characters. They all wrote their own stories. It was all their own experiences. That's why those TV shows are still going today. It's because it was real. What happened in those shows happened to real people in real life. They were just illustrated to screen. You know what I mean? In that rocker, dusty 1980s filter, late 1970s filter. Well, muddy filter, as I like to call it. And there's another few shows that were like that, like Friends. I know it's completely different from UK drama and comedy, I know that, but in Friends they all wrote their own stuff, created their own characters. So what is one of the most popular TV programs in the world? Friends. Why does the female audience attach itself so much for Friends? Why is it so good to watch? Why is it so important? Well, because Friends is all about relationships, and those actors in Friends created their own relationships in there. They decided who would be a couple. They decided who would be miserable, who would be happy, who would be getting the promotions. You know, they all wrote their own lines. Think of another TV show where they wrote their own scripts and they wrote their own lines, everything. Deadpool, right? Deadpool, I know it's completely different. I know Deadpool is not a TV show and it's American and it's Ryan Reynolds, but you know, who does his own stuff? Who does his own character? Ryan Reynolds. Why is Deadpool such an amazing character? Because Ryan Reynolds does his own jokes and his own, you know, odd, weird take on Deadpool, and it works because Ryan isn't suppressed creatively. He's given the freedom to create Deadpool, and look what happened when he did. You got yourself a Hollywood success. And when you let actors create their own characters through creativity and writing, you get a success. Wrexham? What about him? What about Mr. Wrexham? Wales, eh? No, look at that slight Christianity on that that castle up there. Don't know if you can see the cross. That mild Christianity symbol there. Well, of course he would do. That's why he's called the owner. If he weren't called the owner. Yeah, can you see it? It's the cross. No way. As we get closer, it'll probably turn into a guillotine. Well, I bet when we go closer, it's not a cross, it's a guillotine or a banner. That's why in the end the actors end up creating their own studios, so then they can have their own creative freedom. Do you know what I mean? Ow! Oh, wow! Whoa, 2 hits, dead. Unbelievable. This is brutal, guys. Like, 2 hits death. This is brutal. Wow. Far out. What a weird noise. Let's quit out. No. It's gonna go blue. No, no I don't. Don't hate anything in football, Caden. I don't hate anything in football. If you start hating in football, it'll never leave you. It will never leave. Let football go in the end. That's what all fellas do anyway. That's what all football fans do in the end. The ones who took it too seriously when they're younger, they let it go when they're older. And those who didn't bother about it when they're younger tend to go to it when they're older. Enjoy the flag. That is the flag of freedom, positivity, and great streams. It's a stream flag. That's what it is. It's a flag of streams. The Empire are the good guys. Oh yeah. Well, that's the beauty of this channel. You can say that. That's your belief of the game. Oh, only the cow can represent the channel. The cow, yeah. Suppose we can always get a mascot. It is the mascot, right? The ghost cow. It is. Suppose the cow's called Michael Blue, isn't it? What, do you want the cow on for 2 minutes? There you go. I am not looking forward to going to work tomorrow. gonna get bombarded. Oh, I'm gonna get bombarded. I'm gonna go in there. I'm just gonna get handed a lot of things to do. The Empire are just Rome. I struggle to articulate it, but I think Rome was one of the greatest empires that could have appeared in Europe. Well, the thing is, when Rome actually ended, they had stretched so far across the world, well, the known Roman world, that there was something called the Dark Ages. Right? It's like the Dark Ages. And you can... it's actually that game I play, Kingdom Come Deliverance, that medieval game. There's a topic in that called, you know, the Dark. Like that dark era. And basically that's when everyone was making up their own Roman law, when Rome didn't even exist. People were still representing it, walking around with shields and capes and banners and stuff, and it didn't exist. It took that long for it to be wiped out. Yeah, I suppose it did become a church. I suppose it did. The empire did become the church. Wasn't the Carthaginians as well? The Thracians. They were the Thracians. I think that... aren't they like another type of Greek? And the Carthaginians as well, they gave Rome a good hiding. Yeah, the Dark Era, yeah. Yeah, like the Dark Ages is when, like, Rome had ceased to exist, and basically all these wandering nomads or brigands were basically enforcing the remnants of the Roman Empire's biblical prophecies and biblical order, and they were like modifying it, and they were like, you know, clicking it and clacking it to suit the needs of richer thinking, you know. They still exist, just not in the West. Eastern Roman Empire went till 14. There you go. That's what I'm saying. That's why they stretch so far. It's creepy, actually. It's very creepy. Scary as well. And when I researched the Roman soldier, did you know that they could eat their uniform? It was edible and digestible. You know, the sandals that the leather on the sandals, like they actually had on the sandals, there was like like the sandals were in layers. So what they could do is they could like peel away layers of the sandal straps and eat the actual sandals. It's a really cool survival prophecy as well. Can you elaborate on the creeper? Well, not the Empire itself. I don't have any knowledge to say whether it was creepy or not, because I wasn't alive back then to witness the Empire's reign. What's creepy is that something that's been dead over 1,000 years is still like being rebounded and vibrated like a pinball machine around these countries, because they have no other order. They had no other order. There was no other order they preferred. They liked it. They liked how it was. They didn't want it to end. But you got to understand though, Caden, that Roman Empire came to a standstill. That they couldn't advance anymore. The slaves didn't work anymore. The slaves kept it going. Once the slavery stopped, so did Rome. It needed slaves to work. That's why the East really enjoyed it, because they could use slavery as a way to get people to do stuff. That's what kept those cultures going, culturally. You know, slavery isn't something an empire should be built on, Caden. The idea itself is great, but that's the reason why they had so many soldiers, is because they took all the weaklings and all the people who had disabilities and mental health issues and suffered from biological deformities. They would treat them like next to nothing. And if anyone was born as a, what's it called now? There's 3 body types of a male, isn't there? In Latin. There's three descriptions of the male body type. The sphere of the man, the shape of the male. We have we have verses that represent our shape, and if you were somewhere on the left, which is the form of male shape that's smaller, more petite, but all the energy's gone into the brain for like calculations. Then you've got like this on the far end of the spectrum, you know, this build, you've got this larger human build, broader, stronger, right? And then you've got the ones in the middle, which are kind of like a little bit shorter than the bigger soldiers and a little bit taller than the other. And they categorise those 3 shapes of male, and they distributed those shapes amongst their empire accordingly that fit the tasks required. So really, the soldiers were slaves, the Senate were slaves, and the people were slaves. The gladiators were slaves. The plebeians were slaves. The people who handled the coin were slaves. You know what I mean, Caden? They were all of them were. All of them did everything for no money. That's why the empire lasted for so long. No one will do that anymore for no money anymore. I mean, if you got promised land and housing, like a property, but they didn't want to do that, kid, and they wanted to create manufacturing instead. I know there's a lot of politics with it, but either way, there were people who wanted to be slaves and there were people who didn't. There were more people who didn't want to be than there were people that wanted to be. The needs of the many outweighed the needs of the few. The Greek gladiators did it. They all rallied together out the Ludus, at the Doctores, back then. They all linked together. The Doctores, the gladiators, everyone. Just went in there, right? And all these people who lived in high class luxury, they just slaughtered everybody. You know, it's an actual war. It was an uprising. It's an actual story. You know, people made films out of it. I think they called him Spartacus. I don't think that was his name in the real text, like, but that's what they call him. To be honest with you, I prefer Greek mythology, me, Caden, than anything. So the way you love Roman history, factual Roman history, and Roman mythology, I prefer Greek mythology and the Greeks, you see, because my dad loved the Greeks and the Trojans, Troy and all that. Constantinople and all that stuff. Hector and Helen of Troy and all that stuff. All great stories. Like Bible stories as well. Let's walk this way. It's like Bible stories. They're really cool. Like, was it me and you talking about it? The labours of Hercules, the 12 labours. 12 labours of Hercules. And like where he was given that task to clean the stables. The stables were as big as, like, they were massive, weren't they? The stables, they were huge. And he had to clean the stables in a day. From the sunrise until the sun set. And Hercules dug a trench from the river to the stable. And the river washed the stables. You know, he didn't actually clean the stables, did he? He didn't actually clean it though, but he got it cleaned. He did it regardless. The fact he was able to dig the trench quicker than clean the stables, that's the idea of the story. You know what I mean? So but Hercules, you see, was basically a lost baby. He was an abandoned baby, Hercules. He was abandoned in a enchanting forest near the river Styx. And the goddess Hera, and I think it was Athena, they found him crying. Like, it was the only time Hercules was ever scared, when he was on his own as a baby. And Hera created the Milky Way for Hercules, and Hercules turned out to be her greatest enemy. To think she created the Milky Way for someone who became her greatest enemy, because she didn't know that that baby that she was nurturing that day was actually her husband's, Zeus's. It's like Zeus's son. Like, Like, isn't that phenomenal, right? Ow! Who attacked me there? Oh my god, I can't even travel 2 minutes here. See if we got any. Is that all the restoration spells I've got? Whoa! Wow! What was that? That was crazy. Wow, that was crazy. Oh, I've got that chat thing on as well. How come I can't clip the video? That is so weird. Wonder why I can't clip. That is so strange. No way. Our blacksmith, Jofton, has gone mad. Most of the time he spouts nonsense. This all started 3 days ago. Now we won't even pick up his hammer. We've tried to talk sense into the lout, but it's like he doesn't even see us. He wrote down the means to forge our golden arms and armour, and that of the seducers. But he never told a soul where he left the blasted notes. If we weren't holding out hope that he might snap out of it, we would have already parted his head from the rest of him. Lately he's been going on about playing under the bridge like he was still a child. That's where I always hid my toys, he said. I know his kin used to live around Half Moon Mill. We should round up some folks to have a look. Oh dear. Now this is what I call easy coin. I'm proud to be one of the saints. Every few days Rashad comes down the road, and his wares are ours for the taking. Oh dear. We don't take everything, mind you. If you don't got nothing to sell, you can't stay in business, and then where would we be? We would just skin a bit off the top each time. Kinthal should be happy with our latest take. He'll be leaving his camp up near Carthwaston to pay us a visit soon. Those seducers were eating into our profits until we drove them off up north. Other merchants pass through those parts, so maybe they'll stay gone. Ooh, a golden mace. Gold. Oh my, it's all gold. Golden shield and everything. But no golden armour though, that's a shame. But we'll save it though. We'd have to overwrite. There we are. It's getting late, I suppose. Bless me. Alright, let's call it a day, guys. Good night, God bless.